Students, welcome to my channel Easy Learning. I have explained you the concept of chapter 14 factorization in my first video. Today I am going to start with the exercise 14.1 questions. So to begin with the first question, which is find common factors of the given terms. So the first part is 12x and 36. So how do we write the factors of 12x and 36? We will be doing the prime factorization in few parts and then you will be able to manage it orally. Right, so I can write the factors as 2 into 2 into 3 and the variable x with 1 power as it is. Now if I do the factors of 36, then 2 9s are 18 and then 3 3s are 9 and 1s is 1. So the factors of 36 is 2 into 2, 3 into 3. You have to find the common factors. You have to find the common factors of these given term 12x and 36. So you see this 2 is a common factor, another 2 is a common factor, this 3 is also common in both the terms, but this x and this 3 is not making any combination. So how do we write the common factors? What will be the common factor? 2 into 2 into 3, which gives you 2 2s are 4 and 4 3s are 12. So 12 is a common factor between 12x and 36. This is how we will be doing question number 1, all the parts. Second part is 2y, 22xy, right? So if I want to write the factors of 2y, it is very simple, 2 into y, and 1 is a factor of every number, and I told you in my previous video that we do not mention it unless and until it is required. 22xy. So what are the factors of 22? If you do it, it is going to be 2 into 11. So 2 into 11, then expand xy as x into y. You will again circle the common factor. You have this 2 into 2 as a common factor. Then this y is also common in both the terms, so I can group it as it is. So what are the common factors? Will be 2 into y, which means 2y is a common factor of 2y and 22xy. So this question is simple. I am moving to the third part of this question, and the third part is 14pq and 28p square q square, right? You have to write the factors. So 14pq, we know 2 sevens is 14, so I can write 14 as 2 into 7 into p into q. Next term is 28p square q square. Now how I can expand 28? Then 2 sevens are and 7 ones is 7. It means 28 can be written as 2 into 2 into 7. Then p square you have to expand twice because the power of p is 2, and similarly it's q square, which you have to write as q into q. Now make the groups. This 2 is forming one set. Now this 7 can be grouped with this 7. There is no 2. This p can be grouped and this q can also be grouped, right? So if you want to write the common factors, what will be the common factors? 2 into 7 into p into q, which means 2 sevens are 40 p q. So 14 pq is a common factor of the given two terms. Now if I move on fourth part, which is 2x, 3x squared and 4. Now here you have three terms. So your concept, your method remains same. The terms which you will be finding as common factors should be common among all these three terms. Okay, that is important here. So if you want to write the factor of 3x square, it will be 3, expand x square as x into x. Factors of 4 you can write as 2 into 2. Now what is common here? Is there any common factor you see? Here you have 2 in this term also, but there is no 2. Here we have x in the second term, but there is no x in the common term. So we do not see any common factor when we are writing the prime factors. But what will be the common factor for this case? As we know, 1 is a factor of every number. It means automatically 1 is of course a common factor for 2x, 3x square and 4. Okay, you can write the reason because 1 is a factor of every number. So if you cannot locate any common factor between the given terms, 1 will always be the correct answer as it is a common factor for all the terms. Okay. Now I have a fifth part of this question, which says 6abc is your first term, 24ab square and 12a square b. Writing the factors of 6abc, of course it is 2 3s are 6, you can write it as this, expanding abc as a into b into c. Second term is 24ab square. If you write the factors of 24, you can quickly do it here. 1 2, then 2 6 are 12, then 2 3s are 6 and 1. So 24 you can write as 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into a and b square b into b. Third term is 12a square b. How do you write 12a square b? This is going to be 2 6 are 12, 2 3s are 6 and 3 1s are 1. So you can write 2 into 2 into 3. A square has to be a into a and then b. Now we will see what are the common terms. We have a 2 in all three terms. Now when you have three terms to write the common factor, you have to group the terms in all three together. Okay, now 3 1 3 we have here, we have a 3 here as well, and we have a 3 here as well. So the common factors, if you want to write, is 2 into 3. Then we do have a here, a here, a here, so into a. One b is here, b is here, b is here, so I can place b also here. We have a c here, but not in 24ab square and 12a square b. So now take the product, 2 3s are 6 ab. So the common factors of the given terms will be 6ab. You have to see the common factors in all three terms. It should not happen that you can pair up from here or here. These terms, these common factors should be common in all given three terms. Okay. Now I will explain you sixth part of the same question. 16x cube, then we have minus 4x square, and then we have 32x is your third term. Now 16x cube, what will be the factors for 16x cube? 2, 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16, and you have to expand x cube, so it means x 3 times. Now the next term is given minus 4x square, keeping minus outside. 4 can be 2 into 2, expand x as 2 times. Then 32x, we have already done the factors of 32, 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16, 16 2s are 32 into x. Right, I have placed a bracket here because there is a minus sign. Now start grouping. We have a 2, a 2, a 2 here. So if I want to write the common factor, 1 2 is already here. Then I can see another 2 which is common. Now I can see x which is common here and here. It means 2 2s are 4. X will be the common factor of the given terms. So this is how question number 1, there is 7th and 8th part also you can practice. I am moving to the question number 2 of the exercise. Question number 2. You have to factorize the following expression. Question number 2 is again, in question 1 we have calculated the common factors. Now you have to do the factorize the following expressions. Okay, so first part is 7x minus 42. So you have a binomial here. What is common here? We have just learned in first part how to find the common factors. So 7 and 42 is a multiple of 7. Now if 7 is common from both the terms, what you are left with if you are taking 7 common from 7x? You are left with x, this minus sign as it is, and if you have taken 42 misses 7 common, you are left with 6. So it is 7 into x minus 6 are the factors. It means the factors are 7 and x minus 6 of the given expression, which is 7x minus 42. So you leave your answer till here only. Moving to second part. which is 6p minus 12q. Again we will see what is common here. In the constant 6 and 12, 6 is common. P and Q, is there anything common? No. So the common factor between these two terms, 6 is common. What you are left with? P, and if 6 is common from 12, it gives you 2q. So this is your answer. So first you have to see what is the common factor, take it out, and rest of the terms inside the bracket. Moving to third part. This is very simple question. Third part is 7a square plus 14a. Again 7 and 14. 7 2 is 14, 7 you are taking common. Now between a square and a can be common. What you are left with? 7 you have already taken common. A square you have taken a common. What you are left with here? A only. Now out of 14, 7 is common, so what you are left with? 7 2s are 14, and there is only one a which is already in common, so bracket close. Your answer will be 7a into a plus 2, which will be the factor of the given number. Okay, similarly you have fourth part, which is minus 16z plus 20z cube. So to simplify it, you can write your question as 20z cube minus 16z. Right? Now what is common here? 16 and 20 and 16. Both are multiples of 4. So if I take 4 common, out of the variable it is z cube and z can be common. Bracket. If I am taking 4 common from 20, 4 5s are 20. If I am taking z common from z cube, I am left with z square. This minus sign as it is. Now 4 is common from 16, so 4 4s are 16. Z has already been taken as common, so nothing, and you close the bracket. So this is your answer. Okay. Moving to, I'm just changing the page, the fifth part of your question number 2, which says 20 L square m plus 30 ALM. Now 20 and 30. What is common here? 20 and 30. The terms are 20 and 30. So we know both are divisible by 10. So I can take 10 common. L square and L can be common. M and M, both the terms are having. Now this A is here only, but we are not having any in the first term. Bracket start. 10 2s are 20. From L square, L is common, you are left with L. M has already been taken common, leave it, plus 10 3s are 30. LM is taken common, what you are left with here? Only A. So this is your solution, 10 LM within bracket 2L plus 3A. Moving to sixth part, which is 5x square y minus 15xy square. Again, what is common here? If you see, 5 is common from the constants, from the variable it is x square, it is x, so x common. This is y square, y is common. What you are left with here? X. Now from 15, if you take 5 common, this is 3y. So this is your solution. Okay, so this is when you have a binomial, you have to take the common factor carefully, take it out, and rest of the terms inside the bracket. Seventh part, which is 10a square minus 15b square plus 20c square. Now you have a trinomial here, right? This is a trinomial. We will see in all the three terms what are the common factors. 10, 15 and 20. Okay, 5 is common, that's a common factor of all these three terms. Here you have a square, here you have a b square and c square, so no variable. So when you take 5 common from 10a square, 5 2s are 10, a square, 5 3s are 15, b square, plus sign as it is, and 5 4s are 20, c square. So this is the solution for 7th part. I'm changing the screen and moving to the 8th part, which says minus 4a square plus 4ab minus 4ca. Now 4, 4 and 4, all three terms are having 4, so I can take 4 common. Here you have a square, here you have a and another a here, so a can also be common. B and c cannot be common. Now if I have taken 4a common from here, This minus sign will be as it is. 4 is already common, you are left with A. This plus sign as it is. From this term, if 4A is common, I am left with only B. So plus B. This minus sign as it is. Now from here you have taken 4 common, this A is common. What you are left with? C. So your answer will be, this is not a division sign here. This is a minus here. Okay. So this is going to be your answer, 4A into minus A plus B plus minus C. Now I will explain you the ninth part of the question, which is x square yz plus xy square z. Again it's a trinomial. You will carefully see one by one all three variables. If you see the first variable, this is x square, this is x and this is x. It means out of that I can take x common. Now if I go on second, this is y square and y. So y can be common. Now if I go on third expression, this is z. Here you have a z and here you have a z square. So z can be common. Now inside the bracket, if you have taken x, y, z common from here, so y means you are dividing it with x, y, z. Taking common means you are dividing it. So what you are left with, y is cancelled, z is cancelled and x square upon x gives you x. Again you see x, y square upon z upon x, y, z. That's the meaning of taking common. X is cancelled, z is cancelled, y square upon y will give you a y. Plus, let's see for the third term, which is xyz square upon xyz. X is cancelled, y is cancelled, and this is z. So your answer is xyz into x plus y plus z. So this was the ninth part of this question. You can pause the video if you want to note it down. The last part of question number 2 is ax square y plus bxy square plus cxyz. Again it's a trinomial. So you will see the common terms in all three, first, second and third. Let's start with one by one. We start with one variable, a, b and c. There is a, b, c are not common, so we will not take them common. X square, it is x and it is x. So x can be common. Here I have a y. In the second term it is a y square and y. Z is only in the last term, so it cannot be a common term. Now, ax square y, and you have taken xy from here. Y cancel and this x bar is cancelled. What you are left with? Ax. Similarly, the second term is bxy square. What you have taken common? Xy. Right? Now this x is cancelled, this y and this bar. What you are left with? By. Taking common means you are dividing the term with that. The third term is cxyz. You have taken xy common. X cancelled, y cancelled. You are left with cz. So this is how basically when you are taking something common, you are dividing rest of the expression with that term. So this was your question number 2 of this exercise. Now I will be explaining you question number 3 of 14.1, which is again factorize the following. So if you see, the first part is x square plus xy plus 8x plus 8y. How many terms are there? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now I told you when you have 4 terms, maximum times we make use of regrouping, or which is also called as rearrangement of the terms, right? I told you we have to regroup the term in such a way that when you take it common, the terms inside the bracket should be same. If I put these two terms in bracket and these two terms in one bracket, let's see, are we getting the factors? X square plus xy, this plus sign as it is, and I'm putting 8x plus 8y in another bracket. So we have grouped the terms. Now what is common here? If I take x common, I am left with x plus y. From 8x and 8y, 8 can be common, I am left with x plus y. So I am getting the same term in both the bracket when I have taken common, right? And I have converted these 4 terms, this polynomial, into a binomial, first term and second term. What are the common factors here? X plus 5. X plus 5 is in both the terms, so it can be taken out common. What I am left with? X plus 8, which goes in the second bracket. So x plus y into x plus 8 are the factors of x square plus xy plus 8x plus 8y. So when we have 4 terms, we make use of regrouping and rearrangement to find the factorizations of the given number. Okay? I hope you are enjoying this exercise. Moving to the second part, which is 15xy minus 6x plus 5y minus 2. So we cannot take anything common which is common, in all these 4 terms. So again we will follow the regrouping method to solve this question. Let's see. If I group the first 2 terms, this will come with practice. You will automatically understand which 2 terms you have to put in one bracket and which another 2 terms you have to put in another bracket. Now 15xy minus 6x. If I take 3 common and x common, so 3 5s are 15, x is already common, I am left with y. 3x, and from 6x is, if you are taking 3x common, it is 2. Nothing common, so 1 is common, as 1 is a common factor, 1 is a factor of every number. Again, if you see what you are getting, 5y minus 2 and 5y minus 2. So in this term and in this term, the common factor is 5y minus 2. What I am left with? 3x plus 1. So these are the factors of the given expression. I will suggest everybody to see the introduction video of this chapter, wherein I have explained all the methods in one single video. So that video is very helpful. Everyone should see before you solve the questions. Now this is your third part, ax plus bx minus ay minus by. Again, if I put these 2 terms in bracket, ax plus bx minus, if I am taking common, this becomes ay plus by. Now this is important here. When you have taken minus common here, right? So this will be plus by, because when you expand the bracket, if it is minus ay plus by, open the bracket, you will get minus into ay minus ay, then minus into plus by minus by, which is same as given in the question. So you have taken minus common, all the sign inside the bracket will get changed. What is common here? X is common, a plus b minus, what is common here? Y. You are again left with a plus b, which is again in this term, and this term is a common factor. So I can take it as here, what I am left with, x minus y. So this is how we do regrouping and rearrangement of the given expression to find the factors. Further, moving to the second last question of this exercise, which is 15pq plus 15 plus 9q plus 25p. Now in this question I'll explain you. If I take these 2 terms in one bracket and these 2 terms in another bracket, so what is common here? 15 will be common here, right? And what I will left with, pq plus 1. Here if you see, I don't have anything common, neither 9 and 25, and even the variables are different. So I can write 1 as a common factor, 25 plus p. Now I'm not getting anything common in between these 2 terms. It means my choice of regrouping is wrong. I have to make some other combinations for the regrouping of these terms. So how do we do that? I told you that addition is commutative. So you can group any of the terms out of these 4 with first and third. It can be any terms which you want to regroup to find a factorization. So let's try another combination. This was your 25p. If I take, this was a 9q. If I take first and third term together, 15pq plus 9q, and if I take second and fourth term together, let's see, are we getting the correct factors? What is common here? 3q, right? 15 and 9, the common factor is 3. pq and q, q I can take common. What are you left what you are left with here, 3 5s are 15, q cancelled p, 3 3s are 9. Now 15 and 25, 5 is a common factor, 5 3s are 15, 5 5s are 25, p. Now 5p plus 3, and this is also 3 plus 5p. 5p plus 3 is equal to 3 plus 5p. That's the same thing, because we know in addition a plus b is same as b plus a. Addition is commutative. So what is the common factor here? 5p plus 3 can be common. I am left with 3q plus 5, which is going to be the another factor of the given expression. Okay. So in this question, I have not grouped first and second and the third and fourth term together, because I was not getting the common terms in the bracket. So what I tried another combination, and first and third term I have placed together, and second and fourth term together to get my factors of the given question. Okay, you can pause the video to note it down. Now we have one more part. I will be explaining you that question also. That's the fifth part of this exercise, which says z minus 7 plus 7xy minus xyz. Okay, I will again explain. If I put z minus 7 in one bracket and 7xy minus xyz in another bracket. So 1 is common here, z minus 7. What is common here? Xy and xy. So what are you getting here? If you divide 7xy with xy, only 7 is left. This minus sign as it is, xy 7 minus z. Now this is very interesting thing here. I told you that a plus b is same as b plus a. But this is z minus 7 here, and this is 7 minus z here. Z minus 7 and 7 minus z, are they equal? They are not, because z is a positive number here, and here you see it is negative. 7 is negative here and this is positive. So somehow in both the brackets we are getting the same numbers but with the opposite sign. Now this is one important step. What we will be doing, we will take minus common, so that this becomes z minus 7, right? If I am taking minus common from here, all the numbers in the bracket will get reversed, because if you expand it, you will get the same number, minus xyz plus 7xy, which is same as your this step. So this step is very important. That's one area where students does very silly mistakes. So if you are getting the same numbers but the sign inside the brackets are reversed, please make sure that you take minus common to convert them. Now you see you are getting same number, z minus 7 and z minus 7. So I take it common. What I left with 1 minus xy, that is going to be my second factor of the given expression. So this was all about this exercise. In this exercise we have learned how to find the common factors. Then we have done the regrouping method, and then we have, or which is also called as rearrangement. So keep practicing. This chapter is very interesting. In my next video I will be explaining you exercise 14.2. Till then, take care and keep practicing maths.